What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Magnum West here, and if you can tell by the title of the video, today we are taking a close look at third parties and official, kind of a cross-examination of the two. Uh, be providing you some insights, kind of my opinions, some ranty style videos. So if you like that kind of stuff, I invite you to whatever time of day, grab a cold cup of water, grab a cup of coffee, and just listen to your boy rant. And then on top of that, before we start the video, I just wanted to say thank you guys. The channel is doing very good right now. We're close to 1,000 subscribers, so as always, I'd really appreciate it if you guys could like, share, and sub. And even if you like the content, consider becoming a member. But anyways, back to the video. So for starters, we're looking at a bit of old news here. I think this guy was announced about a month, maybe 2 months ago. Time flies so fast nowadays. I don't know exactly when, but this guy's almost here. We're in near the middle of August, and this guy comes out in November. So got like 3 short months before this guy drops. And I just wanted to say, like, the title of the video, right? Are third party companies kind of taking over the action figure realm? I'm here to kind of explore that. I would really say that, in a sense, they are, whereas they're becoming more reachable because a lot of these companies are becoming, they're pushing those goalposts further and further out, right? Like, I mean, just real quick before we jump into the first comparison, I just kind of want to show Premium Bandai, right? Which Premium Bandai has most of Tamachi's exclusive, but sometimes here and there they'll have some of their general releases. Like on here, you can see the newest general release is the Daima Goku, the adult version, and one of the main reasons why I think another big reason why third parties are finding so much more success and bootlegs, such as CT Toys and I think it's AC Toys is the other one that I've heard about. They're having so much success because a lot of these brands are spreading themselves very thin, and I would say that the most egregious example of that is Tamashi. You can just see here on these 8 figures, you're looking at Dragon Ball Daima, One Piece. I'm not familiar at all with One Piece, so let me know what series this is from exactly. Gundam, I know this is Gundam. Hunter x Hunter, another One Piece, another Gundam, Godzilla, and then Dragon Ball. Which these are like literally the start and the end of Dragon Ball currently. And then if you keep scrolling down, you got more Dragon Ball, you got more Gundam, some more One Piece, some more Godzilla, and then I'm pretty sure this guy's Godzilla. I could be wrong. It could be like Kamen Rider or something. I don't know. And then Kamen Rider right here at the bottom. So that's another big contributor, right? And then we're gonna go ahead and click over here. Kind of getting a little ahead of myself, but it all is going the same way. We got CT Toys and their subsidiary Mez Toys, which Mez Toys is definitely earning my heart and earning the fandom's heart and action figure collectors hearts because they're coming in with brand new figures. I'm talking about Mez Toys specifically at a pretty affordable price, right? Like that Mez Toys Symbiote Spider-Man that I reviewed not that long ago was $30, and I still stand by saying that it's even better quality than some official Yamaguchi figures. And I have no doubt in my mind that the rest of the line will continue to, not only shock but also bring some amazing innovation to the table, right? And then here, their main thing is their main squeeze is the CT Toys line, which is essentially really high quality bootlegs of these figures. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say they're better, at least CT Toys, right? But they're pretty close to Mafex. I would say that a lot of people are definitely blowing a lot of smoke up your rear end, saying that CT Toys is the exact same as as Mafex. It is not. There is a pretty big distinguishability between the two of them. But then here's another example. They got the Helverine over here. They got the Agent Venom. They got a lot of figures under their belt. And then I've also seen they're doing a bootleg of, oh, here it is, the 2099, and then I know they're doing one for Daredevil that pretty sure I talked about in my last video. And then while we're at it, I'm gonna pivot onto my next point. These are gonna be, kind of pertinent to the conversation. These Gojitas, so just stay with me. Now back to this guy. This guy just got announced. I'm gonna say June of this year, 2025. Kong Studios started showing their Super Saiyan 3 Goku, which has its own issues, but the main important thing, and it's not even this one that I'm talking about, it's this one. The main thing that I want you to kind of keep in mind is that this 3.0 Goku body is the first of its kind. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I've been pretty active and paying attention to this kind of, that third party bootleg scene for a long time. And if I remember correctly, this was the first of its kind, a 3.0 Goku. Whether, I know the whole head situation in the torso is like its own problem, right? But you can't really knock them for being the first of their kind. After this would come, the demoniacal fit Martialist Forever, which, in my opinion, overall is a better figure, but I definitely have a soft spot for this guy. Even though I no longer own him, I do have a soft spot for this figure, just because it introduced that 3.0 new tech Goku body, right? And I know there's a lot of inspiration for the design from that, superhero Gohan, which was technically one of the first 3.0 like non Super Saiyan 4 figures for a character with a gi like this. But this guy came out 2 years before this guy was even announced. We haven't even gotten this figure yet. So when it comes to third parties, I would say that third parties are catching up, right? And another example, I'm not someone who just likes to make videos for opinions. I like to bring proof to my my madness, if you will. This Majin Vegeta, this is the official SH Figure Arts Majin Vegeta. And by the way, this guy is a couple years old now, and he was $100 back then. I don't know if maybe they messed with the price or something, but this guy was $100. Like, that's pretty freaking crazy, if you ask me. That a 2.0 Majin Vegeta would be $200. But then we got his much better, counterpart, if you will. This 3.0 Majin Vegeta, which I got on the way, by the way, I will be reviewing him in the near future. He's on the way, and I am just beyond excited because I have this figure. I do. My wife got it for my birthday. I want to say last year or the year before. I love this figure. I think it's great. I think it's good for what it is. But let's not circle jerk here. Let's be honest with ourselves. This is the much better version of this one. Aesthetically and also articulation wise and pretty much everything. I've heard it's a little bit tight, but Tamashii figures have also had their fair share of QC issues. But overall, this is a much better figure. I don't care about your opinion. I don't care which one you prefer personally. Objectively, this is a better version of this. And it seems like Tamashii has no want or really care to update this figure themselves. Just because the last time that they did this guy, he was an SDCC exclusive with like a newer head, and then it had like a pearl paint job, and then it was pretty much the same figure, as far as I'm aware. Correct me if I'm wrong again. And it's just one of those cases that you have to sit and ask yourself, like, why is this, right? I don't know the why. I'm just kind of speculating here, but you're talking about a two-year gap from when this first 3.0 Goku, even if it's a Super Saiyan 3, they would later release a Super Saiyan version of this. I forgot the names for them, but it's a Super Saiyan 2 version of this guy. And then 2 years later, you finally get one from Tamashii. Well, I would boil it down. Maybe I'm being a little bit cynical, but I would boil it down to simply being a thing of reluctance to really listen to their fandom, right? They've done a lot of those like fan picks, right? And in a lot of them, I remember seeing like we're talking about Omega Shenron, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, a new Majin Vegeta. We're talking about Bojack. Like we're talking about heavy hitters that most of the Dragon Ball figure fandom has been asking for years, especially with that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And for this company, for Kamione, or previously known as Tonson Art Toys, to be coming out with a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta before the official, like, company that always does these, like, Q&As and these fan quizzes and asking, what do you want? This company's doing it before is absolutely ridiculous, right? And this main reason for my inspiration of this video was that this keeps happening. It's not a single case issue. People were asking for an update to that Goku. We still are getting 2.0 Gokus in 2025. I don't know if for the future, I haven't seen any, but this year we just got the lowest born Saiyan on the 2.0 body. Like, you gotta be freaking joking me, man. Like, I would rather not get any releases from Dragon Ball until we get better versions, right? And thankfully, Goku's getting this upgraded, 3.0, Super Saiyan look, which is gonna appease a lot of minds, and it's probably gonna be the best version of him. Aesthetically, I don't know. Maybe some people might prefer some of the third-party versions that have come out, specifically like head sculpts from third parties, and like I said, I know Beast Deities did one. I know Demonical Fit did one. I know Neo Kong did one. There's like a lot of companies out there that are doing the 3.0, Goku body. Um, so, like, I'm still excited for this because the articulation scheme looks amazing, and it's a $35 figure at the end of the day. A lot of those third party ones were like $60. So, I'm definitely excited for this. But it's like, is it a little too late now? Like, I don't think a whole lot of people care. I wouldn't say that. The international pre-order is like sold out within seconds when I was trying to get this guy, and I bought him. I bought him straight from Japan. So, I definitely saw the hype around this figure. But like I said, it's still a little bit late, right? Um, Kind of moving forward, there's a sticking with that narrative with Tamashi and Dragon Ball. People have been asking for things like Xenoverse Bardock, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, Super Saiyan 3 Gohan, like all of these, you know, unique designs, and we're basically having to go stick to third parties to get those things, right? Whereas Tamashi's over here, they're like all over the place. They're making Dragon Ball figures. They're making Dragon Ball Daima figures. We get like a random super figure drizzled with, here and there. That we thought they were finally on the Cell Saga, and then I don't think they're available for pre-order anymore. I think it was a pretty short window, but they just did that Namek Saga, Krillin and Guru. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find it, but you guys get what I'm saying. And then going on more of that third party, I mean, we have an insane amount. I'm looking at pure freaking official stuff, but if we go to this first page, we have this movie Trunks hair kit that I'm pretty sure you could get each individual. We have a 3.0 from OC Toys. I almost forgot about them. A 3.0 Vegito before Tamashi even announces a 3.0 Vegito. We have a Moro Arc Gi, which was pretty ridiculous that they didn't include something like this with the Moro Arc Goku, the Totaro Goku that they dropped not that long ago. Let's see, what else can we find here? Continuing with that third party stuff, we got the Black Hole, whatever the hell this character is. I'm pretty sure it's like some random side character from Dragon Ball Super. We have this 2-pack for $60 of the Scouter Vegeta, and he comes with that. I know he comes with like a unique head. We have this Black Hole Toys Goku. We have this Black Hole Toys Goku, Black Hole Toys Jiren. We have the Black Hole X TK Majin Vegeta right here. Like these head sculpts. This Black Hole SHF Goku Super Saiyan 4. Like there's so much variety out there. And continuing with this demoniacal fit Gogeta, people have been dying for any version of Gogeta in a 3.0 buck, and demoniacal fit beat everyone to that punch. So it's just like we got the Kamione, Tansanar Toys Gogeta right there. It's just it's ridiculous that we live in a time where the third parties are far outweighing what the official can bring, not only in quality and quantity, but also just overall goodness, right? Like it seems like it feels like wow, 2 years later we're finally getting one from Tamashi, right? It's just it's a lot, but like I said, I'm kind of not neither here nor there. It's really a win-win for everyone because at the end of the day, you don't work for these companies. You don't really have a stake in it, so it doesn't really matter. But it is kind of frustrating that Tamashi keeps staying on this path of kind of doing whatever the hell they want. Really, to be frank, like they just dropped those Shalit and the other guy. I don't remember his name. From the what's that game called? The mobile game, Dragon Ball Legends, I think is what it's called. But they still haven't announced the 3.0 Vegeta. Oh, I guess that Daima Vegeta is a 3.0, but I'm talking about Z. There's no 3.0 Piccolo from Z. There's no 3.0 Broly. That was a tragedy in itself. They had to reissue their crappy 2.0 Broly later this year in response to not Black Hole Toys, Beast Deities and Demoniacal Fit dropping one. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's just ridiculous. Let me know what you guys think. I'm sure I stirred up some stuff, and all of you. I'm sure there's gonna be people out there that disagree with me, some who agree. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear them down below in the comments. And as always, if you guys could like, share, and sub, like I said at the start of the video, it's much appreciated. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a great day. Peace.